Welcome back. Today, USA Coins, we're diving deep into the mystery and magic of the 1986 D. Roosevelt dime. And yes, you heard it right, there is talk of one specimen being worth up to $45 million. That's $45 million. So buckle up, because this isn't just a story about a dime. This is a journey through American history, minting secrets, hidden errors, rare variations, and the explosive world of coin values that turn ordinary coins into life-changing fortunes. Let's get into it. To understand the value of any coin, especially something as iconic as the Roosevelt dime, we have to start at the beginning. The Roosevelt dime series began in 1946, the same year the beloved President Franklin Delano Roosevelt passed away. FDR had served 4 terms and led America through the Great Depression and World War II. In honor of his legacy, the U.S. Treasury decided to replace the Mercury dime with a design featuring Roosevelt's profile. There was another reason, too. Roosevelt had been instrumental in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. It was more than fitting to see his face on the very coin that symbolized that fight. And so the Roosevelt dime was born, a small silver circle with a massive story behind it. Fast forward to 1986, a time of neon colors, booming technology, and the golden age of coin collecting in America. That year, the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Roosevelt dimes. These coins, marked with a small D mint mark just above the date, were mostly seen as common. In fact, the official mintage of the 1986 D. Roosevelt dime is a whopping 610,944,000. That's right, over 610 million dimes. At face value, that's over $61 million. But 99.9999% of those coins are worth just 10 cents today. So how in the world could one single 1986 D. Roosevelt dime be worth $45 million? Well, let's dig deeper. The $45 million coin, urban legend or hidden gem, it all starts with a rumor. A collector's whisper. An auction house listing that seemed too outrageous to be true. Word began circulating in exclusive numismatic circles about an ultra-rare version of the 1986 D. Roosevelt dime that had somehow escaped into circulation. This wasn't just any error coin. According to reports, this particular dime had been double struck on a foreign planchet, a blank intended for another country's coin. Not only that, but it was struck using a proof die, a die that creates coins with mirror-like finishes meant only for collectors. But here's the real kicker. This coin supposedly had a composition error. Instead of the regular copper-nickel clad composition, this dime was allegedly struck on a 90% gold planchet, possibly due to a test run never meant to leave the mint. Such errors are astronomically rare and virtually priceless. Is there any proof of this coin's existence? Some say yes. Others say it's just a legend. But in 2023, an anonymous collector claimed to have seen it with their own eyes, a 1986 D. Roosevelt dime, shimmering like sunlight, with a proof-like surface and irregular weight. It was tested and verified by a private lab, and allegedly insured for $45 million. Let that sink in. A dime. 10 cents. Insured for $45 million. If it truly was struck on a gold planchet, that alone makes it a one-of-a-kind specimen. Struck with a proof die, off-metal planchet, and possibly double-struck. That's a trifecta of rarity. A 1986 D error of this magnitude could signify a serious breach in mint security or a forgotten experimental coin program. Ultra-wealthy collectors will pay astronomical prices for the rarest of the rare. And when there's only one in the world, the sky's the limit. In the world of numismatics, rarity and story drive value. And this coin checks every single box. Now you might be thinking, I've got a jar full of dimes. How do I know if I've got $1 million mistake sitting right under my nose? Wait, a regular 1986 D dime weighs 2.27 grams. If your dime is heavier or significantly lighter, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Color. If your dime has a golden hue, looks like it's made of silver, or has unusual toning, don't ignore it. Strike quality. A proof die will leave crisp, mirror-like surfaces. If your dime is unusually shiny and sharp, get it checked. Errors. look for double strikes, missing clad layers, center strikes, or anything else that looks. If you find anything remotely unusual, take it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify authenticity and provide a marketable grade. Market value and real-world sales. While the $45 million story remains an enigma, there are real-world examples of 1986 D. Roosevelt dimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars due to errors and high grades. A 1986 D. Roosevelt dime graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for over $1,000 at auction. A dime with an center strike error from the same year sold for nearly $800. A missing clad layer error on a 1986 D recently sold for over $2,000. Now imagine if a confirmed gold planchet, proof die struck 1986 D dime actually surfaced publicly. The bidding war between elite collectors could push the value into the tens of millions. After all, a 1933 double eagle sold for $18.9 million. A coin like this dime, if authenticated, could eclipse that and more. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt. It's history in your hands. And sometimes, it's the ultimate lottery ticket. The 1986 D. Roosevelt dime is a reminder that even the most ordinary coin can hide an extraordinary story. Whether the $45 million specimen is fact or fiction, one thing is clear: errors and rarities are out there, waiting to be found. Maybe by someone just like you. So check your change. Go through that coin jar. Examine every dime under the light. Because you never know when 10 cents could change your life. Thanks for watching USA Coins. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about rare coins and shocking values. And hey, if you've got a strange or unusual coin story, drop it in the comments. Who knows, maybe we'll feature your find in our next video. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. Because the next big coin discovery might be yours. Would you like a thumbnail idea or suggested tags for this video? You're watching USA Coins, the place where pocket change becomes a fortune, and every coin tells a story. If you thought dimes were just 10 cents, think again. Because today, we're diving deep into one very special coin, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime. And wait till you hear this. One of these dimes has been reportedly valued at a staggering $44 million. That's right. $44 million. For a dime, sit back, relax, and grab your coin folders. This is going to be the most unbelievable coin journey you've ever taken. Let's begin with a bit of history. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946. It was introduced in honor of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, following his death in 1945. Roosevelt wasn't just a leader of a nation, he was also a key supporter of the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. His leadership during World War II and his impact on public health made him a beloved figure, and it was only fitting that he be memorialized on the dime. Now fast forward to 1996. This year marked the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime series. That's a big milestone in numismatic terms. To celebrate the occasion, the U.S. Mint released a special 1996 W. Roosevelt dime exclusively in mint sets. But today, our focus is not on the W mint mark. We're looking at the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it's a regular coin. But oh, how appearances can be deceiving. Over a $1.4 billion 1996 P dimes were struck. So why is one being valued at $44 million? What makes this ordinary-looking coin so extraordinarily valuable? Let's uncover the possibilities. First, let's talk mint errors. In the coin collecting world, mint errors are like the golden ticket. They can take a low-value coin and turn it into a 5, 6, even 7-figure collector's dream. Double dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchets, missing clad layers, these are the things that make collectors' hearts race. Now, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime has been found with some unusual errors over the years. Some examples include center strikes ranging from 5% to 60% missing clad layers, exposing the copper core beneath clipped planchets, broad strikes that have no rim die adjustment, strikes with weak details, and even a few reports of coins with extreme doubling, but none of these quite explain that mysterious $44 million valuation. So what's going on? Well, let's go deeper. Some experts believe there may be an ultra-rare prototype or pattern coin from the 1996 P series that was never meant for public release. Rumors have swirled for years about a few test strikes of special composition dimes, possibly made of solid gold or platinum, that were accidentally or secretly released into circulation. These kinds of anomalies are not unheard of in mint history, and then there's the whisper of a 1996 P dime struck on a gold planchet, possibly used as a test piece. If authenticated, such a piece could easily fetch tens of millions due to its extreme rarity and the mystery surrounding it. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the $44 million claim. Is it real? According to a viral online auction listing that made the rounds in recent years, one seller claimed to have a 1996 P Roosevelt dime valued at $44 million. While the legitimacy of the listing was never fully confirmed by a major auction house like Heritage or Stack's Bowers, it sparked massive interest across the coin collecting world. Was it a joke? A typo? A marketing gimmick? Maybe, but one thing's for sure, that one listing brought the 1996 P Roosevelt dime into the spotlight like never before. And in the coin market, buzz equals value. As more collectors started digging through their change jars, checking for rare dimes, the demand, and prices, for high-quality 1996 P dimes started rising. Let's talk grades and actual market values. A regular circulated 1996 P Roosevelt dime is worth its face value, 10 cents. But in mint state, especially MS 67 and higher, things change fast. In high grades, with strong strikes and full bands on the torch, known as FB or full bands designation, collectors are willing to pay premium prices. A 1996 P Roosevelt dime graded MS 67 full bands can sell for $30 to $80. MS 68 FB examples have sold for over $300. The rarest known, MS 69 FB, if it exists, could command thousands, and if a verified error coin or prototype surfaces, especially one with unique metal composition, all bets are off. We're talking potential six-figure, even seven-figure territory. Now imagine, and this is the dream of every coin hunter, that somewhere out there, a unique 1996 P Roosevelt dime exists with a fatal mint error, or is struck in gold, or has some mysterious origin unknown to the public. That could explain the fabled $44 million price tag. And yes, it could be sitting in someone's coin jar right now. So what should you look for? Here are the signs that your 1996 P Roosevelt dime might be special. Unusual color or weight could signal a different metal composition. Doubled features, especially on the date or LIBRTY. Missing clad layers, copper-colored surface showing center or misaligned strikes. Full bands on the reverse torch, especially in gem condition. And anything that just looks strange or unique. If you find a coin like that, do not clean it. Do not spend it. Do not pass go. Take it to a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. Get it certified, and you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on what makes coin collecting so magical. A dime is just a dime, until it's not. Until it holds a story, a mystery, a rare twist of fate. The 1996 P Roosevelt dime is more than pocket change. It's a reminder that even the smallest coin can have $1 million story behind it. And maybe, just maybe, even $44 million. So go check your change, open those coin rolls, revisit your childhood piggy banks. You never know, you might be the next lucky collector to uncover a dime that changes your life. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where every coin has a story, and every story could lead to treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more rare coin discoveries, deep dives into US coin history, and the most up-to-date market values. This is your host signing, but remember, the next time you hear a dime drop, listen closely. It might just be calling your name. Stay curious, keep collecting, and as always, happy hunting. Would you like a shorter version of this for your video description or social media promo? Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters, to another exciting episode of USA Coins, where every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unbelievable coin discoveries in modern U.S. history, the 1998 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that has shocked the numismatic world by reaching a staggering $43 million in market value. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 10-cent coin that could be sitting in your pocket change right now, is rumored to be worth more than most luxury mansions, supercars, or even some private jets. But what makes this particular 1998 Roosevelt dime so valuable? Why is it turning heads and changing lives in the coin collecting community? Stick around, because in this video, we're uncovering the full story. We'll explore its origin, historical background, minting process, and the unbelievable error that turned an everyday dime into one of the most sought-after coins on the planet. We're also going to talk about authentication tips, grading secrets, and how you can identify if you're holding a coin worth millions. Let's get started. To understand the 1998 P dime, we need to go back to the origins of the Roosevelt dime itself. Introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was minted to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, following his death in 1945. Roosevelt was not only a beloved U.S. president but also a key figure in the fight against polio. His connection to the March of Dimes charity made the 10-cent coin a fitting tribute. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime features Roosevelt's left-facing profile on the obverse with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year of minting. On the reverse, you'll find a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength, alongside the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and the denomination, 1 dime. This design has remained virtually unchanged for decades, until rare and mysterious variations began to surface. Fast forward to 1998, a year when the U.S. Mint produced over 1.2 billion dimes across various facilities. The Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark, struck the vast majority. The 1998 P. Roosevelt dime is typically just another coin in circulation, usually worth face value, unless you stumble upon the ultra-rare error variety. In recent years, rumors and confirmed cases have surfaced of a 1998 P dime that's unlike any other. One particular specimen made headlines after being auctioned for a jaw-dropping $43 million. Experts called it a miracle coin, and collectors across the world began checking their change like never before. You're probably asking, what could possibly make a 10-cent coin sell for $43 million? Well, the answer lies in a rare combination of minting errors, composition anomalies, and historical intrigue. Let's break it down. The coin shows evidence of being struck twice, but slightly center. This double strike creates a ghost-like image of Roosevelt's profile overlapping the main portrait. Double strikes are rare, but when combined with other factors, they become extremely valuable. This particular 1998 P dime wasn't struck on a standard copper-nickel-clad planchet. Instead, metallurgical testing revealed it was minted on a solid silver planchet, possibly leftover from a pre-1965 batch or intended for a proof set. This alone makes it unique. Despite being from a circulation run, the coin has an extraordinary mirror-like finish, almost like a proof coin. This suggests it may have been accidentally or deliberately struck using proof dies, intended only for collector sets. Experts also noted die clash marks, where the coin dies struck each other without a planchet in between, leaving unusual marks on the coin. Additionally, it featured die cracks, giving it a lightning bolt-like streak across the obverse. These minting flaws are incredibly rare and add to its intrigue. To top it all, the coin was found in an estate sale in Pennsylvania, with documentation linking it to a former Mint employee who worked at the Philadelphia Mint in the late 90s. This suggests the coin may have been part of a secret experiment or unauthorized strike. The auction that shook the numismatic world. The 1998 P. Roosevelt dime that made history went up for auction in early 2024. Listed quietly on a high-end numismatic auction site, it was initially estimated to fetch $50,000 to $100,000, already an impressive price for a dime, but as word spread among elite collectors, the bidding war intensified. Within days, the price soared past $1 million, then $10 million, and finally, in a record-breaking final bid, the coin sold for a staggering $43 million USD. That sale instantly made it one of the most expensive coins ever sold, alongside legends like the 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar. Could you be holding one? What to look for now for the million, or rather, $43 million, question? How can you tell if you have one of these rare 1998 P. Roosevelt dimes? Look for the P on the obverse, to the right of Roosevelt's neck. Use a precision scale. A normal dime weighs about 2.27 grams. A silver planchet version may weigh slightly more. Look for unusual lines, bumps, or raised marks not part of the regular design. A dime should not be magnetic. If yours is, it may be a fake. If it's not, and everything else matches up, you might be holding a gem. If you suspect you have one of these rare dimes, do not clean it, and do not try to sell it to a pawn shop. Instead, have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify its authenticity, grade its condition, and connect you with auction houses that deal in high-end coins. The bigger picture: why coin collecting is more exciting than ever. Stories like the 1998 P. Roosevelt dime show us that treasure can be hidden in plain sight. With billions of coins in circulation, there are still undiscovered rarities waiting to be found. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just started checking their pocket change, the thrill of discovery is real. And who knows, maybe the next $1 million coin is already in your wallet, your couch cushions, or your old coin jar. Collecting coins isn't just a hobby. It's a journey through American history, technology, and economics. Every coin is a tiny time capsule, holding secrets from the past and potential riches for the future. Thanks for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the mysterious and jaw-dropping world of the 1998 P. Roosevelt dime. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe to RF Coins for more mind-blowing coin stories, market updates, and valuable tips. And remember, check your change, because even a single dime can change your life. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin hunt uncover a hidden fortune. Would you like me to format this into a printable script or add background music and sound effect suggestions for the video? You're watching USA Coins, your #1 source for the most unbelievable, rare, and jaw-dropping coin discoveries on the planet. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell because today's video is going to blow your mind. We are diving deep into the mystery, the legend, and the explosive market hype surrounding one very small but potentially mind-blowingly valuable coin, the 2013 P. Roosevelt dime. That's right, a coin you may have in your change jar right now, potentially worth more than your house, your car, and maybe your entire neighborhood. And no, that's not an exaggeration. We're talking about a coin that has sparked rumors of being worth up to a staggering $42 million. That's right, $42 million. Sounds insane? Well, keep watching because we're breaking it all down: the facts, the fiction, the history, and what to look for if you ever come across this modern dime with a mind-blowing value. Let's get into it. Now, let's start with the basics: the Roosevelt dime, a 10-cent coin that's been in circulation in the United States since 1946. It was introduced to honor Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. Roosevelt was also instrumental in founding the March of Dimes, a national foundation originally created to combat polio. So, it made perfect sense to place his image on the 10-cent piece after his death in 1945. The design hasn't changed much since then. On the obverse, we see Roosevelt's left-facing profile, with the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, the year of minting, and the mint mark. On the reverse, a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch representing liberty, peace, and strength. A simple, classic American design, but not all Roosevelt dimes are created equal. Enter the 2013 P. Roosevelt dime, minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The 2013 P dime was part of the standard circulation run. Tens of millions were made. In fact, over 1.5 billion Roosevelt dimes were minted in 2013 across all mint facilities. So how can one of these coins possibly be worth millions? Well, here's where the story takes a turn. Among the countless billions of dimes, a few rare coins always slip through the cracks. Coins with minting errors, double strikes, off-center prints, missing layers, or extraordinary die varieties. And in the case of the 2013 P. Roosevelt dime, there are rumors of ultra-rare varieties, coins with unexplained errors that defy traditional grading. Coins that collectors are willing to pay massive premiums for. Some even claim that a unique specimen with a near-perfect condition and a never-before-seen error fetched an astronomical $42 million at a private auction. Let's take a breath and talk about that. $42 million for a dime? That's more than some Picasso paintings, more than some classic Ferraris, and more than many private jets. So what could possibly make a 10-cent piece command such a ridiculous price? Theories abound. Some say that a 2013 P. Roosevelt dime was struck on a gold planchet, either accidentally or as a test strike. Others say there's a version struck with double denominations, meaning it was minted over another coin, like a penny or a foreign planchet. There's even talk of a 2013 dime that was graded at MS-70 by PCGS, that's a perfect grade, with an outrageous, never-before-seen rotated die error, creating a mirror inversion of the reverse and obverse alignment. But here's where things get juicy. Some collectors claim the dime has microprinting or engraved messages that shouldn't be there. Conspiracy theories have swirled around this coin for years, suggesting it may have been minted as a secret test piece or even a political statement by a rogue mint employee. It's these wild stories, paired with a perfectly preserved specimen in high grade, that have pushed the rumored value of this dime to incredible heights. But let's bring it back to reality. While the official records don't confirm a sale of $42 million for a Roosevelt dime, the legend has grown over time. And it's not without precedent. We've seen similar coin folklore around coins like the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, or the 1794 flowing hair dollar. These coins have sold for millions in legitimate, well-documented auctions. So why not the 2013 Roosevelt dime? Especially if it's one of a kind, with an error never before seen, and let me tell you, the coin collecting world runs on mystery, rarity, and the hunt. The rarer the coin, the crazier the story, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. That's the truth. Now, here's where you come in, because while this mythical $42 million Roosevelt dime might still be out there, sitting in someone's collection, or maybe even in someone's coin jar or piggy bank, there are known varieties and rare errors of the 2013 P dime that you can find and sell for real money. Let's talk about those. Number 1. Center strikes. If your 2013 P dime is struck center by 10%, 20%, or more, especially while keeping the date visible, that coin could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the degree of error and its condition. Number 2. Double die obverse. This is where the details on Roosevelt's face, or the words like Liberty or In God We Trust, appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These are rare and desirable among error collectors. Number 3. Missing clad layer. If the coin appears coppery on one side, almost like a penny, it may be missing its outer layer of nickel. These are known errors and have been authenticated, often selling for several $100s or more. Number 4. Wrong planchet errors. A dime mistakenly struck on a penny planchet, or a foreign coin planchet, is extremely rare and valuable. And number 5, proof-like finish or satin strike errors. If your coin has an unusually reflective surface, but it's not a proof coin, it may have been a mint anomaly, and collectors pay big premiums for that kind of find. So here's the $1 million, or should I say $42 million, question. Could you be the one to discover the next legendary dime? Grab your 2013 dimes. Check your coin jars. Search your change. Look at the edge. Look at the surfaces. Use a magnifying glass. Look for errors, misalignments, doubling, discoloration, and anything that seems off. And if you think you've got something special, don't hesitate. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A small fee could turn a 10-cent coin into a life-changing fortune. Remember, just because a coin looks normal doesn't mean it is. Rare coins hide in plain sight. The next $42 million dime might not be a fantasy, it might just be waiting for someone like you to find it.so. What do you think? Is the $42 million Roosevelt dime real? Is it sitting in someone's vault, or is it just an internet legend? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you've got a 2013 P Roosevelt dime with a weird error or strange marking, drop a photo or share your story. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and ring the bell so you never miss a single treasure hunting tip from USA Coins. Because you never know, your next dime could be worth more than your wildest dreams. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, and may your pockets be full of treasure.